that, like this morning, like when you were raving round the front, and I was doing all my hair and my makeup for this afternoon, and then looked an absolute mess by the first hour of jumping around. But it was just so brilliant to see every single face just in a state of complete joy. And you know what? Even if you've told someone about this business and they've had the experience this weekend, what else could you give to people? How much better thing and experience can you give people than this whole weekend and experience of being with incredible people who are full of joy and energy? It's just amazing, isn't it? But it's absolutely where it's at. So I hope this weekend you're going to leave with a different clarity on your vision, a different passion for where you're going, and an absolute belief that if all these people that you've seen walk the stage and all these people that are achieving so many different levels can make this happen, then so can you. Because why not you? So I really want you to absolutely know that. I am incredibly passionate about this industry. You all know that know me. And I'm also incredibly passionate about every single one of you sat here becoming successful. And why is that? Because it is so much bigger than you. Than any single one of us sat here, than me or you. It is so much bigger than us and what we have to offer. And I firmly believe that our industry and this incredible company is going to have a huge impact on the world and actually change it. I genuinely believe that. I think this industry is going to change the world and how people think and act and move forward in their lives. So what I really, really want to make so clear today is that you have the potential in your hands to have a massive impact on the world. Do you really, really feel that? Do you know that what you have with this opportunity in your hands is like nothing else? Do you believe that? I need a bit more. Do you genuinely believe that? Good. Because you have. And with time, yeah, it takes time. Like Ella mentioned, I think, on the questions and answers, it does take time to build the character and to learn the skills that you have to do to be successful. That anyone that knew, who knew me in this room 8 years ago? Put your hand up. So a few people, a bit more than that. Scott Campbell sat there with like, perhaps you knew me 8 years ago. So 8 years ago, lots of people in this room knew me, and they could quite honestly come up here and give me a character assassination of how I was such a different person. Naturally a very, very shy person. I don't think I looked up from the floor until I was about 5. So painfully shy. So this, and lots of you know, I didn't like the thought of public speaking. If I knew I had to do this the day I started Arbonne, I would never have started. I would not have been stood here. But you grow into it, you learn, you get out of your comfort zone, you learn to do things that you think you'll never be able to do. I promise you that. So just accept that fact. You don't need to know how you're going to get there, but you just know that at some point, one day, you'll feel fine doing things like this, because I promise you that will happen. And also, I want you to feel a sense of responsibility. A sense of responsibility for you to get good at this. Because if you get good at this, you can then teach thousands of people to be good at it also. And that's when you're going to start making a big impact on the world. You have the opportunity here to become a complete servant leader. And also make an impact on something that you're passionate about, something that you really feel strongly about. You're going to have the finance. So imagine when you're National Vice President, you are going to have the financial ability to support people, family, charities, things that you are so passionate about. Because we know that, especially in the UK, we've got this thing about money, like Connie mentioned. And, people say money's not everything though. But it's up there with oxygen, isn't it? Like if we want to be and help and give back And I've had this massive realisation myself in these last few years of thinking, yeah, money is absolutely not everything. It is the small things that is happiness. So happiness is the small moments and the things that happen in your life, like your puppy. You know, if you've got dogs, you'll know this. When you get up in the morning and it's like you've left them for 20 years and they're like, where have you been? So that's just a joyous moment. And you'll have those moments with your children and family members. But this is the reality. If we're living a life that's busy and stressed about time and money, you miss those moments. So for you to catch those moments again, you need to not be worrying about money and not be worrying about time. And this is what you have the opportunity to share with people. Do you think anyone in your life right now that you've not told or shared this information and these products with would have liked, one, to have been here last night at that amazing party, two, to have been here on is it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday morning, like absolutely raving it up, being here and had the experiences and the fun and the joy and the learning that you've had this weekend, and then on top of that, have the ability to, over time, create time, that time freedom that most people are looking for. Anyone that you can think of you've not spoken to yet? So, of course there are. There are hundreds of people. So this is our responsibility, is to get out there and share these incredible products that are changing lives, and also incredible opportunities that is changing lives. So how dare you not get really, really good at this? And I really want you to take that on board, because there are people in less fortunate countries than us that will never hear the word Arbonne. And it's really easy to lose perspective on what we have, isn't it? Because we sort of do take it for granted. But when you actually get a grip of that, what we have the ability to create, if you really want to do this, is all up to you. You have this opportunity today to run with this and get really good at it. But how dare you not? Some people will never have an opportunity like this. So, the only variable, do you like that hand position? Absolute dancer coming out. The only variable and the only determining factor up to whether you're going to make this work, and you've heard this several times this weekend, is you. You're the only variable. We have the same company, we have the same products, we have the same compensation plan. It's all the same, but the one difference is you. So that's why we go on and on and on all the time about personal development and developing your character. So you all have everything that you need in your little finger to make this happen. You have all the ability, all the courage that you need, because ultimately that's all it is. You need courage to step out and get scared and learn those skills. You all have more than you could ever need in your little finger. But it's just a case of whether you're going to know that and accept it and believe it. That is what it's going to come down to. So I'm going to say to you right now, stop delaying your greatness. There is no more time to waste. Another minute, you've got to start becoming your own biggest cheerleader. Not your own biggest critic. Who in here thinks they're their own worst critic? Every single one of us, almost. And we've all been there. But if you switch that mindset and start catching that inner internal dialogue that Francis talked about yesterday into being your biggest cheerleader, I can't actually raise my arms in this dress. That's literally as far as I can go. So when I was raving this morning, I was like, woo! But if you become that person, your own biggest cheerleader, you're going to see big changes in your outcome. And I think it was, oh no, that was in the VP training, sorry. So we talked about how your thoughts become your feelings, and your feelings become your actions, and your actions become your results and your outcomes that you see. But